In this video, I'm going to be going over the best cards to buy right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam after the new Glorious Pack drop. I'm going to be going over all these great cards to pick up that are at pretty low prices. But before we get into it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on this video and sub up to the channel. I post Myteam videos every single day. And let's get straight into it with the first card. As you can see, is going to be Lauri Markkanen. This card is very undervalued right now. He's only like 20,000 MT. And as you can see, he plays small forward at 7 feet. So he's a 7-foot power forward, and I'm pretty sure he gets Curry slide as well. His jumper is nothing crazy, but a 7-foot small forward for 20K with a 97 three-pointer, 90 driving dunk, you know what I'm saying, 90 defensive stats, and then obviously 35 Hall of Fames. This is a great option at the small forward for super cheap that just dropped in the new packs, and this is a card I definitely would suggest you guys go ahead and just try it out. It's a really good card. But the next card here is going to be more expensive, and it's right next to him, and a lot of you guys already know about him, but it's going to be Andrei Kirilenko. But I'm just telling you because his price keeps dropping, and a lot of you guys are going to be able to afford him. I think he's around like 80K now, and his price is just continuously dropping. So, I mean, if you want to pick him up, you can pick him up. He keeps going down in price. He is going to be a 2/3 shooting guard / small forward, 6'9", great animations, and obviously just a great dark matter all in all with 98 defensive stats around the board. Just absolutely a phenomenal option at the shooting guard or the small forward spot. But with that being said, number 3 is a really underrated player, and these aren't in any order or anything. So when I say number 3, I don't mean it like third on the list or anything. I just mean the third card I want to tell you about is going to be Blake Griffin. Now this card is not going to be as good as the other cards I just showed you, but he's going to be very cheap. He's probably only around like 10K MT, but he's just honestly like, I think the reason why he's so underrated is obviously his jump shot, but to just have this guy like to stand corner and then give him the ball every here and there to go ahead and just drive to the rim. His interior dunking animations are just broken, and he's going to be 6'10" at the small forward with a 94 three-pointer and a 99 driving dunk. And then he just even though his defensive stats don't look that great, he feels so good on defense. And then obviously at his height, 6'10" at the small forward, he's actually a good height at that position. So I do truly believe that this is a really good card that you guys should consider picking up. Not a really good card, but a solid card that can potentially come off your bench and possibly even start for some squads. Again, his animations aren't great, but his dunking animations and the way he feels on defense, his height, I think it is a pretty solid card that's being overlooked right now. With that being said, another card that's being very much overlooked is right here with this OG Anunoby card, which is like a poor man's Kirilenko basically. He's going to be 6'7" at the shooting guard, so a little bit shorter than Kirilenko, but he does have some good animations. Just try him out. He's pretty cheap. Let me see how much he's actually going for. He's very cheap actually. He's probably only like 5,000 to 8,000 MT for this card. And again, you're getting a card that is not as good as Kirilenko, but he's being underrated. Just pick him up for like 8 to 10K. Try him out. If you don't like him, you can sell him. I think he's actually really good and can be a solid option on the squad. He's going to be 6'7" at the 2 guard with a 95 3 and a 95 driving dunk, 90 ball handling, and then obviously look at those phenomenal defensive stats: 97 steal, 97 perimeter, 98 block at the shooting guard. And then also has that 95 acceleration with the 35 Hall of Fames. This card is being overlooked for the price that he's at. I think it is worth giving this card a shot, and I think it is actually a solid card. But with that being said, let's move out of the collection. We're going to move back there later, but I want to tell you guys about another card that's just gotten super cheap, and I recently even picked up for my squad, and that's going to be Ralph Sampson. If you're somebody that tries to play these modes and you're getting killed by Yao Ming and Taco and all these centers every game, you need to pick you up a Ralph Sampson now because he's way too cheap. He should not be a buy now for how good he is. He is a guy that, hold on, let's see where he is currently priced at. I think he's priced at around 90,000 MT. Yeah, at around 90K, you can pick up a Ralph Sampson. And as you can see, I do have one myself. And with this card, you're talking about a center that's going to be 7'4", 7'4", so he can match up with Yao, he can match up with Taco, he can match up with all these very tall centers. And he's going to have an 82 three-pointer. And his jump shot is slow, of course, because he's going to be a 7'4" center. He's not going to have a quick jump shot, but his jump shot has a pretty good Q. I was using it in game, and I actually hit a couple pick and pops. So he's usable on the pick and pop. He's 7'4". He's great at driving to the rim. 90 driving dunk at 7'4", 98 standing dunk, and then he's actually really fast. On top of that 97 block, by the way, he's blocking everything in the paint, but he's really fast for 7'4". 85 speed, 85 acceleration at 7'4". So he's super quick getting back on defense. defense, driving to the rim on the pick and roll, and just all in all, just on the court, he's really fast for his height. So if you're looking for somebody to counter Yao, to counter these tall centers that keep killing you in unlimited or triple threat, or whatever the case may be, pick up Ralph Sampson for 90,000 MT. I picked him up, and trust me, it was worth the purchase. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move into the next card, which is another card that I recently picked up myself. Now, I will be honest, I paid for more than what he's currently going for now. His price is going down, so be careful with buying him right this second, but definitely consider picking him up. And it's going to be the Hero MJ. It's literally a great point guard if you're somebody that likes a 3 hunt. And honestly, it's not even just about 3 hunting. He's really good at driving to the rim too. At 6'6", he has good animations, but with that being said, like I said, I recently picked him up for about 200, actually about 200 on the dot, about 200,000 MT last night. As you can see with that yellow symbol, that means I do have him on my lineup. So for about 200k, I picked him up. He's only going for like 150 at the time of me filming this right now. As you can see, these ones aren't ending, so you can't see, but a few minutes ago I checked and he's at like 150, 160, which is so cheap for this card, because you're talking about a card that has KPJ base. He has Trey Escape. He has Trey Fade, and he has 40 Hall of Fames at the point guard, 6'6". He's just so underpriced right now. It's obviously because the Invincible MJ dropped, but the market is definitely overreacting to that Invincible MJ. Even though the Invincible is definitely much better than this card is just way too cheap. And a lot of you guys might remember this card used to be the most expensive card in the game for like weeks. For weeks, this card was not going for anything less than 3 million MT. Trust me, just if you have enough MT to pick him up and give him a shot, pick him up and give him a shot. I currently am using him at the point guard. As you can see, this is my current lineup, boys. So some of the cards I've been telling you guys about, I actually run in the squad. Karolinko, I run him at the small forward. Even though a lot of people run him at the 2, I just can't get rid of Steve Smith. So I run Karolinko at the 3. I run my MJ at the point guard, like I was telling you guys about. I run that Ralph Sampson, only 90,000 MT for this Ralph at the center. And you get a 7'4" center that can roll quick, that can shoot the 3, just phenomenal. And so these are the cards I'm trying to tell you guys about. And the next card that I want to tell you about is actually in my lineup as well, but it's going to be coming off my bench, and that's going to be Hidu Turkoglu. Pick him up. He's only about 8 to 10,000 MT, and he is a phenomenal backup or even starting point guard. I was using him as my starter for like weeks, maybe even over a month, using him at the starter. You're talking about a 6'10" point guard with curry slide and one of the quickest jumpers you're going to see in the game, and a 95 driving dunk at 6'10" at the point guard. And then it's basically a masked dark matter. It's like a hidden dark matter because of the fact that it is a hero opal, which means he has 25 Hall of Fames, which is basically close to a dark matter. So you're basically getting a dark matter level point guard that's 6'10" with curry slide / curry escape, and then also a quick jump shot. I mean, the card is so underrated, and I'm telling you guys, you need to consider picking him up for the squad, whether you need a starting point or a bench point. You're going to love this card if you learn how to use him. But with that being said, I did say I would go back to the new collection and tell you guys about another card, and I'm going to tell you right now. And here he is, Josh Smith. Now, this Josh Smith is going to be super cheap. You can pick him up for probably about 5 to 8,000 MT at most. And with this card, you're not going to have a card that's like a 3-hunting player or a main ball handler or anything. He's just going to be a spot-up catch-and-shoot guy. With a new jump shot he has, it's actually solid. And if you just use him as like a spot-up dude, maybe off the bench or in the starting lineup, you're going to be getting a 6'9" small forward with a 92-3, 98 driving dunk, and then look at those defensive stats, 98 steal, 98 block, and then he also gets a 96 acceleration. This card is nothing crazy, but just as like a role player off the bench for how cheap he is, I think it's worth it because of the fact that when spotting up, he is a really good and quick jumper now that they updated his jump shot to be able to spot up and catch and shoot, so definitely consider using him. But with that being said, I do have one more card. If you can't afford that Ralph Sampson and you do want a solid tall center, Arvydas Sabonis is probably your next best option at the center for super cheap. You can pick up an Arvydas Sabonis hero card. As you can see, you can pick him up for probably about 10k, and you're talking about a 7'3" center with a 94-3. that can go ahead and shoot well, and also is able to run down the floor, not as too slow with a 76 acceleration. So if you're looking for a center to pick up because you don't have enough for Ralph Sampson, get Sabonis. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy. If you made it this far into the video, comment the word Sabonis, and I will like and reply to every single comment that does say the word Sabonis. And I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm out of here, boys. Peace out.